haven't done in a while. This is a stream, a Minecraft stream, and I'm going to be showing off my current world. I've been building in Minecraft the past couple of days. Not a lot's really happened in it, so let's have a look at it. So a lot has happened in this world over 3 months of making it. A lot is not visible, a lot is still under build, but you know, get to it. So this is my large kingdom. It is quite big, as you can see. My plans for it are expanding. So this kingdom was, when I first built this, it was literally this wall here and this keep, and that was it. I was like, that's it, not going to expand it anymore. And then I went, why didn't I expand it? So I built some things out here, expanded out a wall, and that went like this, and I put a bridge. And then I thought, why not expand the bridge? So I did. I expanded the bridge here and built this little fortress and, well, little entry fort, and then built the bridge much nicer. And slowly over time I went, I want to add more to this. This is not enough. So I started building giant farms, and this farm erupted. An old fort was there. Then I built boats. I built some boats. I love building boats in Minecraft. It's a weird thing, but I'm really good at building boats. Right, it's the only thing in Minecraft I really enjoy. So first I built this boat, which is based on the design of the HMS Victory type ships of that time, the Georgian era type ships that are full-on battleships, full-on warships with lines of batteries. So yeah, then I started expanding. I decided I want to expand this a bit more, because this is a bit under-detailed, underwhelming and a bit bland, and you know, you want a bit more detail and a bit more oomph and a bit more spaz and a bit more shitness. So I built a bridge, and then I built this bridge off like London Bridge design, where buildings are coming off it, and it's got this one has a pub and it has a town hall, which looks like this. Pretty bland. I've not bothered with buildings. If you want to know why, lag. It takes a lot of detail. If you put all the things in, it makes it really, you can't build big world. There's a lot of detail I need to talk about, so like how this place works, gardening. That'll be in episode 2. Like why are these little slots here? Why is there all these little separate bits? Why are there gates? Why are there doors? Like this area, this. Then I built this fortress, which is the battery fortress, which is known as the ship fort. Here is the estuary, or one of the ways in for ships and cargo and supplies. It will come round and into the dock, and then round and out. So this place has a line of cannons this way, and a line of cannons for the bridge, so kind of to defend the fort, but also to hit anything like small ships from this way. We've got the Elven Kingdom over there. We're not going to get into that much today, but yeah, that exists. So this is the humans, of course. Humans, big fort, war, iron, steel, concrete, well, stone, as this kingdom is, built massively out of stone, very high-tech shit, cannons, blades, bows, hand cannons, which aren't in Minecraft, but they would have. So yeah, a lot of things to defend. Now we've got 2 things to the elves. We have an elven mantress, which, as you can see, is a different word and it's a different species. These elves are, well, very posh, rich. Don't worry too much about food, supplies. You know, they're not. No, they're neutral. No one wants to attack them. They're kind of out the way. This is a fortress in itself, in a way. Classed under their thing as a fortress. It's really not. It's a giant mansion. This mansion is huge. I don't want to tell you how long it took to build. I'll say this. I was on the phone with someone talking about, I don't know, 2 months ago, a month ago. Fucking hell, it's been a while, you know, and that makes me go back in time. I don't think I was in a relationship at that point. I don't know, in a relationship. But anyway, yeah, I was doing some bits in that. That was a while ago. And this has been built over time. It started off as these frames, and how I build stuff is called framing. It's not a Minecraft technique, it's my technique that I use. People probably use it, but framing is I build like this. So I will build a structure like that, but I frame out, so I'm like, it should be bigger, so I frame it bigger. And I don't fill in anything until the frame is complete, and I'm happy with how it's framed. Then off the frame, as you can see, this one has a frame that's logs, so you can see it's got bigger. And then I framed it. Then the frame, as you can see, it's pretty empty inside because a lot of work needs to be done, and I'm too fucking lazy to finish it right now. But yeah, you frame it, and once you frame, you can start building things like this. It starts getting bigger, and then you start putting stairs. And wow, this brings up memories. Okay, I'm leaving this place. But yeah, this one's been around for about 3 months, so it's got a lot of memories to it. It's really great. Right, next thing we've got is little human towers. The humans faction called the Red Cross. That's what the flags are, the Red Cross. Are also aligned with something called, a bit more lore-y, a bit more into depth as well. There's something called the Black Temple, or is it the Blood Temple, which is underneath this kingdom, which we'll get into another time. Proper video lore. I'll make a script and everything. Now, in this place, these towers have significance. So each one of these towers has a different use. Of course, that one's a fucking lighthouse, so you can see that. That one takes a bit more explaining. That one's basic. It's a tower. There's a bit of design here that I went for owning this place and then gave up. Yeah, this place has a thin wall. There's a reason for that. So yeah, I started expanding, and as I slowly built this world, I decided I need to expand a bit more. I need to have some more detail. So I added this. This was before this wall. All this shit before the loggery. All that shit existed was this. This is the beacon. Point of the world. Like, look, it's got a great view of that area. Why wouldn't you have a beacon tower here? Next is this wall that started to build. So in here we have something called mine. Now, you're like, well, it's just a mine. Well, yes it is. It's just a small mine, so we go down. And suddenly, this mine gets bigger. And if you go down more, it's very big. It gets very small. If I take you down, you'll be like, cool, it's not much here. But if I take you, not this one, this one, and we follow this track all the way down here. I follow that in a minute. I've got one that leads down here, and this is underneath the village. We will talk about the village in a minute. But yeah, this is underneath them. Then we go a bit further. We're going to go underground. So technically we're going to go under somewhere, which I'm going to talk about partly in this video. I'm not going to delve too deep, but I'm not going to delve not too deep, so you get an idea of the world. A lot of mines, the humans did a lot of mining. Welcome underneath the ground. This is the cave system. What? Why is this cave system like this? What's a big gap? What's above this cave system? A lot. So, there is the mine shafts. This is the Blood Temple. Simple fact about the Blood Temple, it's not finished, it's collapsed, and it's pretty much abandoned. There's a lot of lore reasons, and it's with 2 cities. I mean, technically we're called the City of Light. Land be rich, land be strong, land be loyal. Their motto, what they're saying, is blood be rich, blood be strong, blood be loyal. The Temple of the Blood from the fires of hell. If we go up here, something called. We'll go into the castle. We're going into the keep technically. So the keep has a lot of sections to it. Well, I'll show off some bits, but yeah, we've got the slaughter pit and yeah. And suddenly, yeah, we're inside the castle. Yeah, this is inside. What? This whole thing is built. If I show you this will show you what it's like. Basically, yeah, this is not flat. Yeah, I built this to be flat. So yeah, all this is my designs, I didn't even get inspiration. I literally just went, I stopped building something. Inspiration hit me. I built something else. Inspiration hits me. I base it off a feeling. And then everything goes under construction. So, talk about things in the castle. We've got like an apothecary, we've got a farm here, a wood workshop, a temple, blacksmith, which has a cellar, and that cellar is an actual pit, and then these I've used for like making fire. Then we've got other things. So this is under construction. This is a building that's got nothing in it. Then get on to towers and there's law. There's quite a system to this kingdom as well. So like how the bell system works in this tower. Beacon system, the bell system, the horn system. The horn system. And soldiers' uniforms in use. The war horns are right. So these are the defence, the attacker, so defence, guards, soldiers, knights, whatever. That's their kit. This is a knight, and this is an archer's kit, and this is a basic layout. This is a guard room technically. This is the Overwatch, and this is the entrance to this place. As you can see, it's got a weird looking design. It's actually meant to be practical, which is weird. I've got a lot of things like secret tunnels, smuggle systems, all sorts. Then I built around this village. There's two things to this village. There's the neutral sea cities, or sea towns. They're not on land, so they're technically a neutral port, if that makes sense. And then we've got this small village with its small wall and a keep. And then we've got this small city town pub, you know, which if you go underneath, it's a lot more. We don't talk about this. That's for another stream. But it's not for kids, but you know, there's a lot of let's say this world like looks nice, peaceful and ceramic, but it's full of slavery. The Red Cross religion is against slavery, and most things like they are not morally good. The elves are morally good, but not because they believe in slavery and dwarves and other races. Orcs no longer exist, they just got fucking wiped. So then the kingdom was expanded, and to build this kingdom, the first thing that was probably built here, there were two things. One was the mine, second was the loggery. The loggery massively cut down all types of wood. Most of them they sell now, but they cut down a lot of trees. So pretty much, I would say, this whole area would have been cut. So nearby you can see what's cut, but this whole area would be nothing. Then they grew the trees back, and they're going to cut them again. Over hundreds of years would have been built. Now, fun fact: this kingdom is not run by a king or queen or any leader. This is run by a lord, as this is technically one of the small towns. Yeah, massive for a fucking town, but you know, that's how it goes. Then this is the outer wall that's under construction right now, but yeah, you can see I'm expanding it to the woodlands. So basically this entire chunk up here is going to be more fucking housing. Then over here we have the military, or the military base, or whatever, the fort, the watch fort. These red bits represent areas off limits. That's it. There wouldn't actually be anything there. So through here you go to a bridge. I built this bridge while I was watching, I think there's a Gretzko. So yeah, that was quite fun. I think I finished most of this on the episode where it was the party, which is quite nice. Yeah, this is a built walkway. And then I built this later and slowly expanded walls, and this is how it works. So the wall now covers more land. So in here could be base, soldiers, training grounds, anything. Even a prison, if I felt like it. These towers all have different meanings and different uses. Now the one thing I always use in these is spiral staircases. Now if you've never been to a real castle, you've never seen a real castle, there's actually a reason why they use spiral staircases most of the time instead of straight upstairs most of the time. It's because in a sword fight with two long swords, I have one here, you cannot physically swing the sword, which means that you can't fight in the stairs, where you can kick, punch, whatever, but the person on the high ground has the upper hand, if you get what I mean. So it kind of stops combat in the stairwells. You kind of get to, you'd run up the stairs, but they're standing there with a pole and they'd just stab you down the stairs or push you down. Compared to a normal stairway like this, where you can stand with a spear and just keep someone fucking far away. This also takes a lot of time, because look at that. There's lots of blocks. Hang on, it's pillars. Yes, there is defence like an actual castle like this. You wouldn't actually see much like an actual castle. If you've never been to one, it is like that. You can't see much. Now, there's cannons, because this is not set in early medieval times. This is set late medieval times, when castles, but actually during Henry VIII's reign, cannons, hand cannons and naval boats existed. The Mary Rose, for example, where cannon warfare was a thing, ships and ships. I think the Tudor time with Elizabeth II, where the Spanish Armada came into the area near south, and the British fleet was tiny, but somehow came out victorious. I think one ship caught fire and just kept going forward, and the Spanish ships were too slow to turn, so small British ships just caught them all on fire. Fun facts for you. Yeah, so this is the inner wall. Then here we've got the fortress and the watchtower and the battery. Because of course, you've got to have a battery, because ships come through. Some more cannons and defence pieces. This is going to be a town down here, like with a wooden wall. Eventually, as you can see, there's a little entrance here, and then again, this bridge is actually made to be burnt here and collapse. That's the point of this, to show it's a breakable bridge. Unlike a court castle, it's like oh shit, we're being under attack. Break the bridge, we'll rebuild it later, so the enemies can't get in. Type play. Now there's two things in space. This tower, no entrance from outside. There's also wall cannons and thick walls. And in here, see it's pretty empty. Now we go to the underground bit of this fort. And we've got a small room, a big pot, the dining room, the kitchen, and this tower. We're going to go down. into the tower. So you got the spiral staircase again. The spiral staircase takes you all the way up. Once you reach the top of the staircase, you will reach the watch. Plenty of watch posts, just watch. Up here is the beacon tower management, but yeah, this is a beacon because this is the ocean. So the ships come through this way, but they can't come this way until I build a port down here, and then this whole thing changes. But yeah, then you'll notice this was pretty big, and it's built in my spare time. Just every minute I have spare time, I put a little bit on it. Now, sad fact, I really use this game as a de-stressor. I listen to music, watch a show, and just start building shit. So most of the stuff was built while I was not in a good place or some sort of emotions. So yeah, this is my emotional plan really. This ship is a hate ship. I built this while actually I built it on stream. No one gave a shit, so no one really watched me, but you know, I tried. It's a pretty nice ship. I kept it pretty accurate to what I can. But I don't like multiplayer games. People are always trying to push me to play like multiplayers or things like that, and I'm not. My type of games are sandbox or shooters, but not shooters like COD. I like COD, but I don't play it often. I literally played it yesterday and it's gone again. I literally played it for 2 times for 2 hours and then I delete it forever. Again. My favourite game is Ghost Recon. So I started off Ghost Recon on Ghost Recon Wildland. Ghost Recon Wildland, I was like, yeah, I played this quite casually, quite enjoyed it. Take down the cartel. You're in Bolivia. Really nice, really fun. I was like, yeah, this is so fun. Then the next game came out. And I heard a lot of bad press about it. And I was like, until the day our teammates know it. Now it's come out. And I've bought it. And I bought it because I was like, I love these games. So I played Ghost Recon Breaking Point. I've put 120 hours in the game. And that's since I bought it. About 2 months ago. Which is mental. Next, I played Red Dead for a bit. I don't play that often. Rainbow Six Siege, I played actually quite a bit of it. I had every single one of the first year characters. Don't know why, but I did. I'm never playing that again. Call of Duty WW2, that's what I got my console with. Before that, I was still on the PS3. I've been on the PS3 like most of my time. Then the PS2, oh, I love the PS2. It was Jurassic Park Manager, and it was literally a game where you sandbox where you could build a fucking Jurassic Park. And I'll tell you how long ago this was. You could fucking murder your dinosaurs. Then one of my favourite games is called Tropico. Now, if I say something about most games to buy, or I get, I will go for Gold Edition, because I like the best edition. I like DLC. But I don't want to pay for the DLC, so I like it when I get it with it. Tropico's a really fun game. I had Tropico 5, really enjoyed it. Tropico 6, fucking better. Then Sniper Elite. Sniper Elite. Okay, where do we start? Sniper Elite 3. I bought it ages ago. Never completed it until now. But yeah, I never completed Sniper Elite. 3. I spent ages not completing it, not doing well, doing absolute shite in it. Then I finally decided, I came back about 2 years later after I bought it, or a year later after I bought it. I had, so this is one I bought Sniper Elite Ultimate Edition. It was a 9, including the Safe Church of 1, 2 and 3, and 18 additional weapons and all post-launch new content. Doesn't include the Hitler fucking shit. But yeah, really good. Then I skipped a few and I went to Sniper Elite 5. I missed 4. I watched 4. Never played it. But Sniper Elite 5, fucking brilliant game. My first bit of just streaming was just Sniper Elite for a little bit. Because, then again, it was a game I enjoyed playing. Then Star Wars Battlefront. Played a bit of that. Didn't really stream it much. But no, I have, but not. Watchdog. So, Watchdog's the only game where I've played all 3. And I've never missed one. Completed Watchdog 1, Watchdog 2, I fucking love Watchdog 2, and Watchdog 3, which is London, which is brilliant, but since I lost all my data, I want to cry. Now, Far Cry, I have played in order. 4 was my first game, love 4 was brilliant. 3 and a half, which is dragon thingy. 1 I played 2. I played 6, and all of them have been amazing. Oh, and 5 I just call it hunting simulator because that's what it really was. I know I've gone on ranting, and that's all I'm going to do for stream. Thank you very much for turning up, and I hope you have a good night.